In the early 19th century American South, the frontier legal system was fragile. Courthouses were often distant, record-keeping was inconsistent, and the reach of the state frequently ended where the wilderness began. When official paper dockets were lost, or when well-connected officials simply ignored them, communities utilized oral tradition to preserve verifiable historical data. The Appalachian murder ballads served as this decentralized archive. Brought over from the British Isles by Scottish and English immigrants, this musical format was adapted to document the specific, violent realities of the American frontier. When the formal legal apparatus failed to deliver justice, these songs functioned as a performative tabloid system. They kept the facts alive, acting as a primary mechanism to preserve the details of a crime and enforce community morality. The 1807 murder of Naomi Wise at the Deep River Ford in Randolph County, North Carolina, provided the foundational template for what scholars identify as the murdered girl ballad tradition. A striking conflict exists between the record and the song. The perpetrator, Jonathan Lewis, was ultimately acquitted by the state, yet he remains permanently convicted in the collective imagination through the ballad. While the lyrics meticulously preserved the geography and the timeline of the crime, they deliberately rewrote the victim's identity. By cross-examining surviving court dockets against these romanticized folk lyrics, we can expose a history of socioeconomic stratification and the deliberate erasure of female legal agency. In the early 1800s, Randolph County was caught in a transition. Friction was mounting between established agrarian frontier families and an emerging structured commercial elite centered around the new textile mills and stores. The Lewis family represented the older, unruly stock. They were known for their physical strength, a reputation for seeking quarrels, and a history of violent family vendettas. Jonathan Lewis sought to distance himself from that violent heritage. Employed as a clerk in Asheboro, he focused his ambitions on upward social mobility. His strategy for advancement centered on securing a high-status marriage to Hetty Elliott, the sister of his wealthy and influential employer. Marriage into the Elliott family was sought to join. Folklore depicts Naomi Wise as a naive, helpless orphan. However, court records from the time reveal she was a mother of two who had already successfully navigated the legal system to hold men accountable for child support. The bastardy bond functioned as a financial and social trap, creating a permanent court record of paternity. Pregnant with Lewis's child, Naomi explicitly threatened to file this bond. She was an empowered actor, utilizing a paternity claim as leverage. This public legal disclosure would have instantly destroyed Lewis's prospects of marrying Hetty Elliott and securing his future status. Lewis saw Naomi as an impediment that needed to be erased. Her legal agency directly threatened the socioeconomic trajectory of an ambitious man. Modern psychological analysis categorizes Lewis as an eraser killer, a seemingly upright man who cold-bloodedly murders a pregnant partner to protect his own social status. In April 1807, Lewis lured Naomi from her home under the false pretense of traveling to a magistrate to be married. Instead, he took her to the Deep River and drowned her. Lewis was immediately arrested, but the case quickly exposed the systemic failures of law enforcement. In October 1807, he escaped from the jail. Lewis escaped through a coordinated effort involving local family connections and elite alliances. High Sheriff Isaac Lane himself was later charged with aiding the evasion. He fled 500 miles to the Indiana Territory, exploiting frontier anonymity to establish a new family and business without consequence. The decentralized nature of early American jurisprudence allowed a well-connected man to commit murder and evade the state's reach by simply crossing state lines. The official legal system eventually lost its witnesses to time and distance, leading to Lewis's formal acquittal in 1815. The ballad, however, did not forget the crime. The ballad's geographic details align with surviving court dockets, from Asheboro to the Deep River Ford. This oral archive was so accurate it corrected the timeline. While Naomi's headstone reads 1808, the 1807 indictment confirms the true date. The ballad functioned as an effective, decentralized, performative tabloid. It secured a historical conviction where the procedural state had failed. Why did a song so factually accurate regarding the crime systematically erase Naomi's legal agency and her history as a mother? The community required a cautionary tale. To warn young women, Naomi became a narrative stereotype. Acknowledging a woman who successfully weaponized bastardy bonds threatened the patriarchal hegemony of the 19th century. To keep the songs socially acceptable, her true identity was sanitized into that of an innocent virgin led astray. This reframing served a functional dual purpose. It permanently condemned the elite murderer while simultaneously policing female sexual agency. The Appalachian murder ballad remains a profound paradox. It is a vital archive that indicted a killer the state let go.
Thanks for watching. Please join us again next time for more history from the mountains. Don't forget to like and subscribe